Good evening, Malaysians and followers from around the world. At a time when Malaysians feel a sense of hopelessness, despair, one person has kept cheering us up. He has kept us sane while our politicians are driving us nuts and insane. He has made more sense in his videos than our fumbling politicians, and that he has become really productive of late. And that's the problem. When he becomes productive, it means that our country has become more insane. So as I said, really jialat, but we all look forward to his videos, okay? Malaysians love his video. Welcome on board, the one and only Douglas Lim. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me on this podcast. What is it? Is it a podcast?
Ayo, sembang santai, whatever we call it, we just chit chat lah.
Okay, virtual session chit chat.
Douglas, now they call you Menteri Comedy, Doesn't matter if our cabinet is already bloated, so one extra person is okay. It say YB Douglas, yang berlawak, yang berjenaka. Wow, man.
Ayo.
Okay, Douglas, I want to shoot straight, okay? Okay, how do you come up with all these wacky ideas, this punchline, as you said, the punchline? How much time do you spend to sit down and say, okay, this will be the dialogue, this will be the punchline. How much time do you come up with these ideas?
Okay, so it depends on some ideas come in very fast, depending on the how big the issue is, or how big everything starts from a emotional reaction to something that we see. A lot of the times it's either you see something and you feel upset, you see something and you feel angry, you see something and you in your mind you're like, how can this happen? It usually has to come from that position where I feel something personally and I go like, oh man, this is not right, or there's something not on here. And if I feel that same sentiment is shared with a lot of people, then it is worth doing as social media content, no? So then what happens is I take the sentiment, and then as I say, I'll be a bit more old school. I very rarely just turn on the camera and start shooting spontaneous. I'm not that type of comedian. So I definitely start writing a full script out. And so because I've been trained to write, my motor memory is in writing comedy and performing. That one takes me about 45 minutes, unless it's a particularly difficult script, because we're talking about a content that's 3 minutes, 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it'll take me about 45 minutes. And then obviously I start improving it as I can, adding more jokes, and then I start shooting. That takes about 1.5 hours of that. And then the next 6 hours is spent in editing.
Okay. How much practice do you do? And also how much reshoot do you have to do?
Because I shoot everything on my own, so it takes longer than I usually take if I have a team. So when I shoot like in a TV production, for example, like Kopitiam or some of the Malay movies like Spontan and all these things. So I used to perform only ma. So this one I got to kind of jaga the sound and the lights and the camera and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things going on in my head, so I get distracted. I can't really be 100% focused. But again, it depends on the role. So some roles very easy. Some roles, one of the hardest roles that I did was, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Abang Long Distance.
Hari ni long distance. Gua buat live, gua nak balon satu Selangor ni. Share lu. Percaya tak? Percaya tak? Long distance, nak balon satu Selangor. Cakap dengan kawan-kawan, share lu. Tak sampai 10K gua tak start lah.
Which was this gangster. This gangster who instead of a vape stick, he sucks a pen drive. That one took me very long because of the slang and the
But I must say your bahasa has really improved, really. I've been following your career doing this social media comic. I tell you, your bahasa memang sudah superb sekarang dah cakap macam orang Melayu lah. Jadi sudah jadi alung pula ni. Aduh, jangan cakap jadi orang politik lah.
Tak ada, orang buat, kita tengok, kita tiru, itu saja.
I'm sure by using bahasa and this rojak hybrid thing, your audience will have gone up, right?
Definitely, Chunwai,
yeah,
and this was a
yes.
thing that has always irritated me. Being someone who claimed to be in the Malaysian entertainment industry, claimed to be a Malaysian comedian for almost 15 years, I had not entertained the Malay-speaking population. So how can you say you are a Malaysian entertainer if you have not entertained at least 60% of the country? And I would like to think I have slowly begun to succeed in entertaining at least 60 to 70% of the population because I've decided to move into more Malay comedy.
You are like a banana like me, right? Cannot speak Mandarin, right?
Yeah, didn't learn. Didn't learn. Cantonese a little bit can, right? You also?
Yeah. Well, I very jalat because I cannot even write my name in Chinese. Okay, so then I realized that if I do English talk show like this, I'm only confined only to Malaysia and Singapore a bit lah. Then I got some following in Australia lah, diehard Malaysians lah, but really limited lah. I just put one sentence on the title in Bahasa. Wow, and then the 90% or 80% of dialogue English. Wow, man, the numbers all really fly sky high lah.
This is what I don't understand. I'm like. You know, we have people, you've seen before, right? The Nepalese that come here, the Bangladeshis that come here, all from the Vietnamese, the Cambodians, in the coffee shops, they speak Cantonese, they speak Malay, they speak languages that are not their language. They can come in here and in 2 years learn Bahasa Melayu.
Yeah.
Why so many people here cannot speak Malay? I'm like, is this an attitude problem? It's a arrogance problem? What is it?
I think tak cukup practice, tak cukup praktis, tak ada peluang untuk bercakap bahasa Melayu. That's the problem.
Mungkin. Tapi sekarang, kita tahu tak kira Cina, Melayu, India, Kadazan, Dusun, semua pun susah. So sama-sama cakap bahasa Melayu, sama-sama naik lah.
Okay, when you do the recording, okay, is it a one-man show or is there someone handling the camera?
At the moment, it's one man. We don't have like Natasha, my wife. She would like help out, like in some costumes. That if it's a female costume, she will help lah. Maybe with makeup, with costume, with props. Some of the props, that I need to be made. But in terms of shooting, because she's not a, she's IT.
Doing a good job.
IT based, like. So she handles a lot of the, what do you call that, the meta stuff of social media, when to post comments and scheduling. She handles that creative and production is for now is me lah.
So Douglas, are you paying her or not?
All my money all go to her pay.
Not forced labor, actually paying.
If money go in, I'll go down.
Okay,
I am paid a salary. I am paid a salary from my company.
Okay, I have this question because you mentioned about putting makeup and dressing. It's very strange. One of my favorite character of you is when you play Uni.
Hi everyone, it's your girl Uni here. I just not wish everyone a happy birthday. Happy New Year.
Okay lah, Yuna lah, okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of her because her type of music doesn't suit me. I'm old school lah, Eagles lah, all that kind of thing lah. So, but how?
Scorpion.
No, Scorpion is too hardcore for me. Okay. but how did you? Why and how did you choose Uni?
Because she's very iconic. You must understand. Like it or not, it's iconic now. Many people don't know this. I wanted to be a Yuna before Yuna. So when I was young, I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. That was my ambition. Yeah. I thought I was going to be a singer-songwriter. I was writing songs, I was singing, but I didn't get anywhere. I wasn't successful. And I could see that I wasn't. In fact, I think one of my, I got a CD out with Chelsea. We put a CD out and the reviews were quite bad. I think probably one of the harshest reviews came from a newspaper called The Star. I don't know if you've heard of it.
How can they do this to you, man? Terrible.
I don't know lah.
Must support local product.
But it was an English album, so I guess in those times, English press, with 2-3, at best. And so I got a pretty harsh review from that publication. And but at the same time also, I also I'm here. I got ears, so I hear my CD also. I know, alamak, actually the product is not very good. And so therefore, then I went into comedy. Because it presented itself, and so I've always wanted to be a Yuna, as a singer-songwriter, which is so iconic. The look, the turban, and the fact that she's got this laid back sort of vibe. So what I did is I wanted to do that, but make a lot of my characters are very cynical, very angry, very jaded.
Hypocritical.
Uni is just like optimistically blissful.
Yeah. So the costume, of course, was chosen by your wife.
I think it's one of her own like those like big bajus or whatever, because she's very small, so obviously I can't fit into a lot of her stuff, but like the big baju there, and then the thing was it's her hiking towel. She goes hiking, so she got this quick drying towel, so I put the towel in. She's taking out a tie.
I also noticed that you play teachers a lot. Okay, so there must be this explanation that.
Okay, settle down. Right, for today's art class, the tema is bebas. Yeah, so you boleh lukis apa saja. You can paint whatever you want mengikut creativity masing-masing.
You were once a teacher, right?
Yeah. My degree is in teaching of English as a second language. So, if I had stuck with the career path, I would be teaching, and then probably I think by now I should be head of department already lah. I should be lah. If not,
sure. But head of department, you're probably DG lah.
Some people only lah can get promoted. Not everybody can get promoted so fast lah. But no. But the teacher character is a very versatile character to play, because I've got an open canvas, because then all my students can play different characters. Because if you notice that the comedy that I do, a lot of it is what I call extended metaphor. So some call it satire, some call it parody, but actually it's just an extended metaphor. I take the core issue or the core sentiment and I put it in a different context. So the teacher character lends itself very well to this type of comedy, because all the students can represent different people.
Okay. Those voices are behind, I mean, always got this, I don't know how to describe it.
Tuan, punchline ke?
Yes, actually, that sounds more betul lah. Yeah, punchline.
Sir, are you really a comedian?
A screechy kind of some audience. I mean, is that your voice or some?
Yeah, all at the moment it's mine. So I've got a few voices. So so I've got the nasal like So that voice actually I can split into two. I can do one Malay, so that's keep it real lah. But I can do that same voice and go Chinese. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. So then suddenly it's more like Harry Cock type of Then I can go to more like and this same tone, but if you go a bit higher with the Indian or rather with the Indian, it comes to Sikh, you see. Tapi itu hari saya tak ada money.
This one I hear a lot.
Then it's a high voice, so hey, then there's a so it's both the pitch and also the lingo.
So it's natural mimicking, not by some machine manipulating the sound.
No, I don't have that technology in my machine. I'm not sure. I've got some, but it makes it like very fake, like like the like those deep throat so
hey, deep throat only people our age know that.
So I mean, I don't have a machine that can change the voice well enough. I don't think so.
Then there's this voice behind what, keep it real. Keep it real. Yes. Keep it real. Now, obviously that the monster hit was when you play Perang Sarana. Okay, that one really hit the roof. Okay, you had a million combined hits from all platforms. I mean, congratulations. Well done, really.
Thank you.
What was the feedback and the response that you received over that particular video clip?
Majority was it was a lot of people were just very tickled by the opening image, which was a container on the face, because they thought it just looked so stupid, and it fit the entire dumbness of the whole issue of the whole case, where I felt upset that there seemed to be a lack of concern or a lack of actual care during the interview. I mean, like, you can crack jokes, of course you can. I'm a comedian, all right, but time and place lah. So I think it was an accident. Perhaps people were hurt. Perhaps that was not the best time to be taking a very blasé attitude and to be cracking some jokes. And so that was the issue I took. That was something I took issue with, and so the video was about that, and people said, yeah, that's right. That was it. That the fact that it looked like he didn't care, and I think that was what resonated with a lot of people. However, Chunwai, that wasn't my first video to hit 1 million. My first video to hit 1 million was Duit Talak Gay.
Adu FM bersama saya Halim. Siapa di sana?
Halo, keep it real ni.
Ya, keep it real. Dengar lagu apa?
Ni nak pesan lagu yang yang hit. Lagu hit.
Aduh, sini semua lagu hit ya. Kalau tak nak lagu hit, dengar BFM je.
Lagu yang Duit Talak Gay,
which was Keep It Real and DJ Halim, Adu FM, a year ago.
Okay. I must have missed that. Like, what was that about actually?
That was a misheard lyric song. So Keep It Real calls up Ado FM, and then there's a DJ called DJ Halim, and Keep It Real goes like, he wants a song called Duit Talak Gay, and DJ Halim is like, there's no such song, and he goes like, ada duit talak gay yang pasal Fahmi punya. And there's no such song, and Keep It Real goes like, there is, and he plays the song, right, and it's like, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh.
Okay.
And when you're done, I'll make you do it talak gay. So that was the video, and it hit like 1 million because it went to Indonesia.
Okay, all right. Are there any particular characters that you enjoy playing, or I mean that when you select? Of course, politicians are your target lah. Okay. Are there any sort of like characters that you enjoy playing? I mean, apart from uni, which you do it over and over again. Are there any? I've heard of you been this DJ, right?
Yeah, DJ Halim. I particularly enjoy Jaswan. I like doing Jaswan's voice. I think he's a very funny character. Keep It Real, obviously. I also like actually this person called Lipatan, but she's only appeared once.
Selamat datang ke kelas origami bersama saya, Puan Lipatan. Saya mula minat origami bila suami saya mula minat poligami.
Puan Lipatan, she teaches origami. She's she does origami class, but very very badly done. But I can't do her character because she wears a kimono, and the kimono I rented from a costume shop, and now it's all closed, so I can't go.
Back to your you enjoy been writing. A lot of people does not know that you write songs, okay, and that for older folks like me, we remember that you wrote the theme song for Kopitiam, the sitcom.
To the ground, what can I do? What can I say? I need a place to hide away. Just for a while, just for a smile, just for the life I used to know.
Okay, and that was in 19 something, right?
99, 2000.
Yeah, 90. You appeared as well, and you wrote the song. Okay, now, how did you get into that sitcom?
I got really lucky. Before that, I had done a theatre production by Joe Hasham and Farah Marikan called Savages. I was just a chorus member, and it was ensemble. So like no lines on, just ensemble, right?
Yeah.
And then the director, that was it. And after that, the next year, the director of Kopitiam came back from the UK and he wanted to do this sitcom and he was asking around for talents and he approached Joe Hasham and Joe Hasham apparently gave him my name. So I didn't attend open auditions. I attended selected auditions. So I was called. That time I was only 19. I was called and they were like, can you come in? We're not doing an audition for this role. And I went in and I auditioned and I think they were very, I think the whole company wasn't too, they were very, what do you call it? Guarded, very concerned because I was so young with no experience. And so eventually I was third choice to play the role of Steven the stylist. And when it was time to shoot, first choice, I eventually looked too old. Second choice, I think had to fly to US for something. And so it actually came down to me and I got my chance and I did it the best that I could. And next thing you know, the show did really well.
Yeah.
And, you know, and pretty much made our careers like Joanna Bessie, Lina Teo, Rashid Saleh, myself, Mano Maniam, Tan Jin Chow.
Yeah. Wow, that one. And how did you ended up writing that theme song with Chelsea?
So I was already a singer-songwriter at that time, remember?
Yes. Okay.
So then when I got the role for the sitcom, I went and being the Chinaman, I went and asked the director, hey, you let me write the theme song. So like I pow the music. So he was like, okay, you try lah. So I went, I wrote the theme song, you know, jamming with the cast, doing rehearsals. Then I came up with the hook, I came up with the lyrics. Then I showed the director. The director was like, okay, good. Going to talk to the company. Company said, okay. So they paid and I had a song on TV.
Obviously, you enjoy playing musicals and appearing on stage. But appearing on social media has, of course, make you even bigger. But do you miss appearing on stage? Do you have that physical contact with the audience?
Yes, you know, you would never imagine, man. Oh my God, like, do you miss journalism? Like,
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's all I've known.
Yeah.
Performing, and it's all I've done for so long. Performing to a live audience.
Yeah.
The feedback you get, the love that you get is unreal one. It's like you think getting likes and comments on social media is already a shot of endorphins, right? Like people people enjoy. That's why a lot of young people, like, you know, they're almost addicted because of the shot of endorphin that they get.
Yeah.
Doing it on stage is like 20 times the power, 20 times the effectiveness. You go on stage, you tell a joke, you get the laughter coming in. It's so much love. This is like, it's like you feel amazing one. I miss it so much. All of us do.
I watch your musicals. I mean that you have always consistently been the favorite character especially in Ola Bola, the musical.
Okay.
I mean you're playing Kopitiam, okay? The Kopitiam Tauke, okay? So I enjoyed that very much. I understand that missing that adrenaline and the rapport with the raw audience who are cheering you, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Of course, this is a different platform for you. Now,
can I jump in? Sorry, I mean, like,
sure, jump anytime.
Like things like, yeah, definitely social media is a different medium, a different platform.
Yeah.
But I think I have gotten a type of feedback that I usually do not get when I'm performing on stage, right? When I'm performing on stage, it's just immediate. You can feel it, the applause, the laughter, you feel it very, 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 very strongly. In social media, you know, sometimes I get comments that I am flawed one, you know, like people will say, hey man, I'm actually, you know, we are frontliners. We have no time to sleep. We have no time to eat. And whatever small time we have, a little break we have, we huddle together and we watch your videos. And somehow it just acts like a booster. Thank you very much, Doug. I got people who are in hospitals. Like I'm actually in the hospital right now. Things are crazy. I've not been feeling well, you know, but no, that's my life. But, you know, I just want to let you know, thanks for making these videos. It makes me smile, even though I know I'll be going through a lot of pain later. You know, I've got people telling me that the boss came in today looking very upset and they thought they were all going to kena firing. Then apparently he watched my video and came out and started sharing my video with everyone. So it changed his mood. And so it is comments like these that make me feel very good that I've managed to make a difference in that way.
Got any calls from politicians?
No, I mean, got lah. They message lah. They're like, "Hey, very funny. Are you very funny? Eh?"
But a lot of these comedians I know has been invited by politicians to private functions at their house to perform for them, right?
I generally, if I can, do not go. No, if I meet them at an event, it's fine.
Okay.
And when I do my public shows
Mhm.
with the Malaysian Association of Chinese Comedians,
Mhm.
you may have come to watch. I mean, they all come to watch, both sides.
Ah,
They come to watch. For my musicals, I mean, Tun M has watched me. KJ has watched. Syed Siddiq has watched. Badawi has watched. So. I've been to Sri Pradana to perform.
Yeah.
So but if I can, I try to avoid it lah. Because the situation is so fragile. I try not to be too closely associated with any one person because you don't know when they are up the time very good long. Then when they're down.
But generally, I think that our politicians can take the satire, what do you call it, the satirical videos about them. I think they've taken it quite well.
Most of them can.
Yeah, most of them quite well. I mean, they understand these are harmless jokes, and that it is good at times when we're all really stressed up. The country is really at a point when it has been put in a position where things are not going right. But it is this sort of a comedy that actually relieve the tension and keep things moving. I mean, like you see that the frontliners post comments to you, nice comments. But of course, I mean that in social media, you have nasty ones and nobody should take it too seriously. That's what social media is all about. People should not lose sleep over it.
Don't worry about it. It's a lot of it's not real. So
yeah, definitely not keep it real.
I know the thing is you get if you've done something and 90% of the comments are bad, then reflect lah. Then maybe go, okay, I think I messed this up lah. I think I did something quite bad. If 90% are good, 95% are good, you get one or two fellas who comment something bad, it's fine. Up to them. That's their right. It's their opinion.
Yep.
It's okay. You can if you can take the good comments, you must be able to take the bad. You must. You must.
Correct. I agree with you. That some of the videos there must have been times when videos do not go up as much as you want to. They're not as funny as you thought you would be. How do you react to that?
It's the same thing by doing stand-up also, and stand-up is even worse because I would have performed, let's say, this set of jokes 50 times and they've worked, and then you go and perform the same thing and it doesn't work. So I've had this experience before where you think something is good, you put it up, and then actually it doesn't do as well. Yeah. But you just go back and go like, wait, but I've done it before. I've done it 50 times before and it was good. Yeah. So this is a blip lah. It's something that happens. You cannot be successful all the time. There's no such rule. The world doesn't owe you your success. The world doesn't owe you fairness. Sometimes things happen. And especially on social media, who told you that content is all you need? No. You have to learn how to work the algorithm. You have to optimize the search engine. You have to be able to direct traffic back to your videos. You have to be able to know when is the best time to post by looking at your analytics. So there's a lot of things that go into social media engagement that has very little to do with the quality of your content. Yeah.
Well, but there was one video that I watched. Well, you went really deep, man. Really deep, man. What is pengawas cirit wah, darkness lah. Wah. I tell you that one my heart also like, wow, this is serious, man.
Masa depanku. It's okay, Yat. Bawa lukisan yang bendera putih punya. Okay. Saya lekat ni kat depan. Alright? So at least tak semuanya gelap. At least tak semuanya gelap.
I mean that this is not the Douglas that I know, man. Getting very serious. And I say that we know we are Malaysia in trouble, really. Politicians get funnier and more comical, and comedians have become more serious. The next day, I'm looking at Harry Iskandar. He's pleading, almost crying, pleading to feed the hunger and the poor. Wow, man, this one is really deep, man. Two floors also deep, man. What was it that made you make that moving statement? I mean, the punchline in a different form.
I had been feeling that way for a while, especially, more and more.
Yeah.
When I saw, basically, it was just friends who had begun to really lose everything and struggle, and through no fault of theirs. I mean, these are friends, these are people I know who have played by the book. They have worked hard,
Yeah.
They started small, they save, they improve, they go bigger, they save, they improve, they grow bigger, and through no fault of their own, they have to stop the operation, and they try their best to keep their workers, and they can't. And I've got friends who are into alternative medicine, like chiropractors, and the rules, the SOPs for them are like, you can do online consultation, but the patient cannot come to your clinic. So like I had a call, and one of them was saying, like, I'm there, and the client, the patient, is on the other side of the laptop, in pain, and he can't do anything. He cannot. What are you gonna do? He's like, can you put your hand? Can you try and can your daughter help? Can your and then at the end, what? Charge you? I said, cannot what? And so like, and he's like, and that's phase 1. In phase 2, they are allowed to come to the clinic, but I can't touch them. So no, see, so it works for, let's say, herbalists. Chop yok one okay lah, yok chai bo lah. Okay, what's your problem? Hitty whatever. Okay, boil, put this on. Okay, can. But acupuncturist, toy na, reflexologist, and also what they call this, chiropractor. How to, So and these people have had clinics. They got clinics that cannot run. You got heard before? Doctor.
Oh man, we're beginning to hear more and more of these stories. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine another round of EMCO, man. I cannot take it, man.
I don't know, lah. And it's and the reason why I think why it's really getting so dark is because the numbers aren't coming down. But okay, granted, lah, I understand. The numbers were probably way higher anyway. We were probably under-reporting like a madman. Okay, so now the real numbers maybe are slowly creeping in. But we have followed instructions, most of us have. We have done this for a month. And every day, COVID just looks at us, go like, nothing? You didn't do anything also? You didn't dampen anything also? Like nothing, only all your efforts. You see, I'm still hurting so many people. I'm still infecting so many people. I'm still killing so many people. Every day you are told your efforts fail. Every day.
Douglas, the comedians have moved on to another type of platform. You guys have become social commentator, and I'm glad that you guys are speaking up for Malaysians. That's including me as well. Okay, that you guys have really put on and convey great messages in different form and in very sharp form, which Malaysians are glued. We hope that Douglas, you continue what you are doing. I'll be standing behind you, man. Sokong, tatap sokong. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Douglas. To all Malaysians who have been following Douglas in all his shows, please support him. Please hire him to do much more project endorsement.
At the end, we do marketing.
But the food, please send over, okay? Thank you, Malaysians. Douglas, please stay safe. Malaysians, take care. Good night. And please do support on social media, Douglas and RealChunWai. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.